In a land of towering mountains, misty forests, and blossoming cherry trees, a warrior class rose to become the soul of a nation. For over 700 years, the samurai shaped the culture, politics, and spirit of Japan. But who were these noble warriors? How did a feudal society dominated by swords and honor evolve into the modern nation we know today? Welcome to The Entire History of Samurai and Feudal Japan. From the rise of the Shogun to the dawn of the Meiji era. Grab your katana, we're diving deep. The story begins in the Heian period, around the 9th century. The imperial court in Kyoto was growing weaker, while the countryside became harder to control. Local clans hired armed guards to protect their lands, and thus the samurai were born. The word samurai means those who serve. At first, they were simply enforcers for aristocrats, but as central power declined, these warriors gained influence. By the late Heian period, powerful families like the Taira and Minamoto were vying for control, leading to a legendary conflict. From 1180 to 1185, Japan was torn by the Genpei War, a bloody civil war between the Taira and Minamoto clans. In a dramatic conclusion at the Battle of Dan-no-ura, the Minamoto emerged victorious. In 1192, Minamoto no Yoritomo became the first shogun, a military ruler appointed by the emperor. Thus began the Kamakura shogunate, the first real feudal military government in Japan. The emperor still existed, but real power now lay with the shogun. This duality would define Japan for centuries. In the late 1200s, the samurai faced a terrifying threat, the Mongol Empire. Kublai Khan sent two invasions, one in 1274 and another in 1281. But both were thwarted by typhoons, which the Japanese called kamikaze, or divine winds. These battles highlighted the importance of samurai valor and further cemented the Bushidō code, the way of the warrior. It emphasized loyalty, honor, self-discipline, and dying with dignity. It wasn't just a code, it was a spiritual compass that guided generations. By the 14th century, the Ashikaga shogunate took power, but internal strife and weak leadership led to chaos. From the mid-1400s, Japan entered the Sengoku Jidai, the Warring States period. Imagine Game of Thrones, but real, and with more swords. Powerful warlords, or daimyo, fought for dominance. Alliances were made and broken. Samurai fought not just for honor, but survival. Out of this chaos rose three unifiers: Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and finally, Tokugawa Ieyasu. In 1603, Tokugawa Ieyasu became shogun and established the Tokugawa shogunate. Japan was finally united and would enjoy over 250 years of peace. Samurai no longer fought in wars, but instead became bureaucrats, scholars, and administrators. They wore two swords, not to fight, but to show status. During this Edo period, Japan closed itself off from the world under Sakoku, its isolation policy. This preserved tradition, but also led to stagnation. Still, arts flourished. Kabuki theater, ukiyo-e painting, and haiku poetry blossomed, much of it influenced by samurai ideals. In 1853, the arrival of Commodore Perry's black ships from the U.S. shocked Japan into action. The world had changed, and the samurai way could no longer protect Japan from industrial powers. The Tokugawa regime collapsed in 1868, and the Meiji Restoration began. The emperor was restored to power, the samurai class was abolished, and Japan rapidly modernized. Many former samurai struggled to find a place in this new world. Some rebelled, like Saigo Takamori, whose failed uprising in 1877 became the last stand of the samurai. The age of the sword had ended. The legacy of the samurai lives on. In Japanese culture, cinema, anime, and philosophy, their discipline, honor, and loyalty still echo. From feudal enforcers to refined warriors, the samurai shaped Japan's history like few others. Their rise and fall remind us that even the most powerful traditions must adapt, or fade into legend. The sword may rest, but the spirit endures. If you enjoyed this journey through the world of samurai and feudal Japan, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic history explained simply and visually. What part of samurai history fascinated you the most? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, history unfolds here.